This is Michael Huffer with the Franklin County Buzz special feature. On October the 26th, the Highland Rim Paranormal Society hosted a presentation at the Manchester Public Library. After the presentation, we sat down with Brandy Baker, the founder of the group.
My name is Brandy Baker. I'm the founder of Highland Rim Paranormal. We founded in August of 2009 here in Manchester, Tennessee. Our other members are Adam Baker, he is our tech manager. Justin Furby is our lead investigator. Susan Owen is our general manager and investigator. Daniel Stillings, case manager and investigator. Belinda Beller, investigator. Cambridge Howard, secretary and investigator in training, and she is a case manager as well. And Lauren Beller, who is an investigator in training. Everyone on the team has had some kind of paranormal experience throughout their lives that left them wanting to be able to find answers. And most of us had experiences that left us scared. I know me personally, the things that happened to me as a child, I was really terrified. And as I got older, I found out I could help people not feel what I felt, be more comfortable in their homes, even if they do have paranormal activity. And whenever we go into a place to start out with, when we find out the hot spots and what the chief complaints are, we go in looking for logical explanations. Is it a banging pipe? Do you have raccoons or squirrels in your attic? Is your house settling, and that's the footsteps that you're hearing, or unlevel doors, and the reason your doors are opening in the middle of the night. Most of the time, there are logical explanations that we can come up with as to what is happening in your home. Now, there are times that we come up with explanations for everything, and we do our investigations, and it comes back, and we still find evidence. We've captured EVPs, or we've captured something on camera that we can't explain. So that may mean that it's a little bit of both. You may have a spirit in your house, but there's still an explanation for the other things that you're experiencing. The types of hauntings, residual, is the ghost is like on a time loop. It's like a record playing over and over, and it's from where, like the ones that there's a house and they remodeled the house and they put a wall where there used to be a doorway. Well, the people that live there see the ghost walking through that same spot in the wall every night at the same time. That's a residual haunting. That ghost is not aware that it's dead. It's not aware that you're there. It's not going to interact with you at all. An intelligent haunting, they know that you're there, and those are the ones that are going to talk to you, that are going to knock things off, or give you the EVPs, answer your questions. Poltergeist activity, we've never experienced. The closest thing to poltergeist activity we've ever experienced is at a location we did out in Wartrace where a lamp got thrown across the room. And that was not poltergeist, that was demonic. My scariest experiences that I have ever had, there would be two of those. The first of which kind of made me do what I do. And that was, we lived in a house in Hendersonville, Tennessee, whenever I was little, on Rockland Road. It's now been converted into a church. The irony of that is beyond me, but whenever I was little, my mother and I lived in an apartment upstairs, and my grandparents lived downstairs. And my grandfather was disabled. My mom and grandma worked, so he would keep me during the day. And he had a baby gate up at the steps. And I remember standing at the bottom of the steps and staring at the staircase because you could hear someone walking down the hallway and rounding the banister and walking down the steps. And then you hear him go back up and go back that way, and there's nobody there. And it was all the time. I mean, it stuck in my head. And then in my bedroom door would always open, and looking back now, that part's was probably the house, but when you're 6 years old standing at the bottom of the staircase, you don't care if it's the house. In the paranormal field, since I've started investigating it, we went on a trip to the Walking Horse Hotel in Wartrace, Tennessee. Very amazing location. It's a beautiful hotel. It's also very haunted. In one of the reports, on the second floor in one of the rooms, if a woman was laying in the bed, the report was that you got held down in the bed. And I laid down on the bed. It was myself and Belinda, one of our other investigators. I laid down on the bed, and she was sitting at the table. And I said, if you want to hold somebody down and come show me what you can do, hold me down. And Belinda asked me to move my legs. So, okay. And I moved my arms, and I was like, why? She said, look beside you. And there was a very clear outline of a head and shoulders, a shadow, like on the wall beside the bed where I was laying. And so she moved around to make sure it wasn't her. Like, she gets up and picks up a lamp because we're trying to figure out what the shadow is. We couldn't find anything that it could possibly be. And the rational part of my brain is going, okay, it's got to be something in this room. There's light coming in through the window. It's casting that shadow. But while this is going on, the feeling in the room is changing. And it went from being perfectly fine to you felt like you were in danger, like something didn't want you there. And as the feeling's changing, I'm like, can I get off the bed now? And Belinda was like, no, just wait a few more minutes. So we're asking questions, doing an EVP session. And the feeling in the room gets so unbearable that we have to call it. And Belinda's like, okay, on the count of 3, I want you to get up and we're going to go for the door. So she starts counting, and on 3, this shadow on the wall that I have been trying to convince myself that is something in the room turns around and looks at me. That's the fastest I think I have ever moved in my life. The words that came out of my mouth, well, I couldn't reveal those to the client. Like, I told him about it, Luckily, there were no EVPs in that one little area because, I would have had to play it for the client, and it was so those would be my scariest experiences.
Stay tuned to the Franklin County Buzz. Part 2 of this special feature will be coming soon. Once again, this is Michael Huffer for the Franklin County Buzz.